Yo, fam, hit that like, give us a comment throughout the show, subscribe to the channel, hit the bells whenever we go live. 17 shows across the platform. Here we go. Triple-double time. Playoff bound? I think so.
Let's go! This ain't the Fox Tyson force, this game can heat stink!
Oh, shit!
It's gone!
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Flight Zone. Evan and I are back for another week. We apologize for the little hiatus we took last week. Everybody's fine now. And how can't we be fine? Got a triple-double guy in the South Philly and Joel Embiid, and we're playoff bound at the link. Won't be at the link, but it will be away. But it's great. It's nice to see. It's going to be nice to see playoff football. There's really maybe only one team that I'm afraid of. We'll get into that later on in the show. We'll ask Evan what he thinks, who he's afraid of, who we think we can beat. But there's four teams that I think they're beatable. They're really beatable. And even that fifth team, I mean, you never know what could happen. So obviously stoked for some playoff football. We'll get into obviously the Eagles watching football team game analysis, what went down yesterday. We'll give you our thoughts. Talk about this Saturday's game against Dallas. We're going to wonder if the starters are playing or if they're not playing, whether we're going to be playing for that 6th seed or whether we're comfortable in the 7th seed or not. Who knows? If we get that 6th seed and we win and the 7th seed wins, we got a home conference championship game. So let's see what happens. It's obviously not going to happen, but anything's possible, right?
Yep.
We'll also give you our 2022 bold predictions in the city of Philadelphia, and we'll go around the nation as well. We'll give those to right before our weekend winners, obviously. But first, let's talk about this Rockets and 76ers game. Just concluded now. It was a rout. I know the Rockets were up by 1 going into halftime, but second half happened. Joel Embiid is right just like that over the past week or two. Just like that, he's back to his MVP form. Joel MVP. Is that what we say? MVP or whatever it is. It's very corny. Very corny. But hell of a game by the Sixers tonight. I know Joe had a 30-point triple-double, 14 rebounds, I believe, and then 11 assists, 10 assists. So hell of a game by him. Ben showed up. Then again, it was the Rockets. So, and a little birdie told me that Ben Simmons was in the building tonight, and that leads us to the poll for tonight. Brought to you by Body Check Wellness. Body Check Wellness is a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code A2D for 25% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Poll for the night. The Philadelphia Eagles are currently closer to a championship than the Philadelphia 76ers. Agree or disagree? I'm going to make it very simple at first, and then I'll chime into whatever Evan's point is. If we get that Supermax slot back on this roster, whether it's Ben Simmons or whether it's a Bradley Beal or, I don't know, a Dame, whether it's those three, and it could be Ben Simmons. If we get that back, then I'm going to disagree to the poll. The Sixers would be closer. But if we get none of those three by the time the trade deadline happens, then I'm going to agree to the poll. The Eagles are currently closer than the Sixers because you can't win a title with one guy. You can't do it. So if Ben comes back, I'm going to say the Sixers are closer than the Eagles. If we flip Ben for Dame, I'm going to say the Sixers are closer than the Eagles. If we flip Ben for Beal, I'm going to say the Sixers are closer than the Eagles. It's just that simple. If we get that contract back and get production out of that contract slot, then the Sixers are once again conference contenders and possibly NBA title contenders.
Yeah.
What are we thinking of it?
Yeah, I agree 110%. I just think that if the Sixers, if they do get that back, I think that's huge because, I mean, that's literally a whole player that's not playing in Ben Simmons, obviously. But without that max spot guy, like I'd say, like, I guess the Eagles are closer this season, I'd say. But like, obviously we're both of the teams are at the lower end, so this is very optimistic.
Yeah,
saying that they would even get close to that. But I'd say in the future wise, I'd have to say as long as Joel Embiid is a Sixer, they will be closer than the Eagles. But I think that the Eagles' future is very bright. I mean, this is supposed to be a tanking year. It was supposed to be a tanking year to go get a draft pick, and they made the damn playoffs. So
yeah, I told you.
I went from saying just lose out, get the pick, whatever, and Jalen Hurts has made a resurgence. Offensive line's looking good. Got some players on COVID. We'll get to that a little bit later, but yeah, man.
Yeah, no matter what, they'll be healthy come playoff time. I don't even know if Jason Kelce would have played on Sunday. I don't know if Fletcher Cox would have played on Sunday, but I'm not saying that they would have benched every starter because I know originally our poll was going to be, will we see any starters this Saturday night? And I was going to go 50-50. I would think Jalen plays at least one half and then Gardner gets the other half, but we'll get to that later on in the show because I gotta make an announcement about Jalen Hurts. I want to make an apology, but we'll save that for a little bit later, and then we'll get into all the events that occurred yesterday because it was a crazy day in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
I think you got the Saints and the 49ers fighting for that last spot, which is very confusing to me because if the Eagles were to lose, then and the 49ers were to lose as well, we would both be 9-8, but we somehow get the playoff spot. It's very confusing.
That's very weird.
But I'm not here to complain about it.
No, I did not know how that works, but yep.
Yeah. But when it comes to the Sixers team, we could run down the score sheet right now. I mean, you got Tobias Harris, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Danny Green's still on the team. I don't know why. He went 2 for 3 from 3, 6 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. And then here's the stat line from Joe: 31, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. 10 assists, 2 blocks. Unbelievable game from Joe. Yep. Seth had a great second half. I know he was cold going into that second half, but he ended up with 15 points. Korkmaz had 24 and 11 rebounds. Jeez. Yeah, and then Isaiah Joe gets 18 off the bench. So, it was a great game against a horrible team. Those are games that you expected to win. I mean, you win by 20 points, so I don't know. I don't know. So 20-point victory against Houston Rockets, can't really bitch about that, you know?
Yep.
So, obviously, we're going to have some Monday Night Football live reactions. Najee Harris is currently going to screw me out of a fantasy football championship, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. But yeah.
Or did Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown screwed me as well. Yeah. I mean, Cooper Kupp only gave me 21 points this week, so I didn't get his 33 that he usually gets. But Antonio Brown screwed me in my other league, and the guy that I'm playing in this league with Najee Harris, he has Antonio Brown as well. So Antonio kind of screwed him, but he's still up on me. Najee Harris is 0.3 points away from destroying my hopes and dreams. So I either need a fumble or I need an injury, and I'm just a tweaked hamstring, you know. Nothing serious. Tweaked hamstring, pulls up on a hammy, you know. Second to last game of the season. They're not really playing for much.
Aren't they playing for a spot though? Can't they still?
They're not going to make it.
There's like a 2% chance of it happening.
The Colts are not losing to the Jaguars, so the Colts will get that spot.
Colts haven't beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville since 2014.
Yeah, well, guess what? That's going to change this Sunday or whenever they play. Whenever they play
one of these games, you know.
Oh my God.
He might
Ellen-
pull out one of those games.
Ellinger can play and they'll still win. I got a question. So apparently there was speculation that Ben Simmons was in the building tonight. He's the centerpiece of this poll because if he comes back, we're championship contenders. Whether we hate or love him, he makes his team a much better team. So what do you think of him showing up to the if it actually happened? What do you think? Because what I think is he is showing up to get the checks. He's showing up Friday morning to pick up his paycheck. Now I don't know what the situation is with him being fined, whether it's been happening, whether it's not been happening. I don't know. So if you can,
I was hearing somewhere that he had $10 million in fines. I don't know if that's
like total.
completely right, but I mean, if it is him working out with not with a team, maybe by himself or something, I don't know, trying to perfect jumping over 5'8" guys for three. I really couldn't tell you what's happening with him, but if it's legit, and I think it's a step in the right direction, you know.
Hopefully. It's a good point, Lloyd Walker. It says too many positions on a football team as opposed to an NBA team, and we already have a cornerstone in Embiid.
Having a guy like Embiid is like having like the best cornerbacks in the league, like having the Legion of Boom on your team. You know, it's hard to compare. It's like one.
Yes, I mean,
like
here's the thing. I don't think the Sixers are guaranteed a title in the next 2 years, and I think the Eagles have a shot over the next 2 seasons to win a title because we already know that they have a shit ton of salary cap this offseason. So I think they're going to sign a receiver. Rager sucks. He's not going to be a star. He's going to be slowly transitioning the JJ Arcega-Whiteside role. He's going to be number 19. Only for now, we're going to call him 18. We'll call them 1-8 and 1-9. That's what they are. They both stink, and it's just it's an absolute tragedy that these guys actually were drafted by us. It's horrible.
Well, meanwhile, Justin Jefferson breaking records and all this other stuff. DK Metcalf had a good game yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Not that it really matters because when you think about it, Rager's in the playoffs right now, and none of those other dudes are. So.
Oh my God! Don't do this to me.
He had a really nice catch when they kicked it off and he caught it and he was celebrating. Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, you're already getting into my loser of the week because that was the most loser thing I've ever seen in my entire life. He put that ball down way too aggressive when he caught that ball, and then he gave a very, very vicious high five for it to be a fucking fair catch.
Yeah,
the guy is a scumbag and he's a loser. Fucking loser. Furkan had a hell of a game. Okay. Yeah, Jake, I think it should be $1 million a game that Ben Simmons gets fined.
Just ramp it up, honestly.
It should be $1 million a game. It really should. And you should sprinkle a little extra thousands in there for faking mental illness.
Yeah. A couple tens of thousands. Fuck him.
He's a loser too. I don't know who's a bigger loser, Ben Simmons or Jalen Reagor.
Oh, I think it has to be Ben. It has to be Ben.
I mean, at least Ben Simmons is like good at something in his sport. Ben Simmons is good at 2 things in his sport: defense and passing.
Yeah.
What is Jalen Reagor good at?
Catching and celebrating.
Catching what?
Catching. No, let me rephrase it. Catching punts. Actually, he fumbled a few punts this season. Actually know. So maybe just celebrating and tweeting after games.
Yeah.
Got Twitter fingers.
Yeah.
I just think you're a huge loser if you go in like at people on Twitter after games. Like, come on, you're a loser.
Yeah.
I want Reagor to succeed. I don't hate him. It's not like we don't hate him. We want him to do good, but he's not doing
it. Yeah. It seems like we got a split on the poll tonight. I think Send It is referring to Tobias Harris. Maybe we could talk a little bit about Tobias. Yeah. the guy has zero court awareness.
Mm.
Absolutely zero court awareness. Just like most of the players on this team.
Yeah.
I think he deserves the booze.
Mm.
And I can't wait to hear what he says post game, whatever he says on Twitter, saying that we got to take it easy on them. It's just when millionaires bitch and complain, it just rubs me off the wrong way. There's no reason why you guys should be bitching about anything. You got more money than God for playing a game that we all love. So, yeah,
we didn't keep Tyler Johnson. I don't think he played one game. Did he
take
play
that,
one
Tyler Johnson.
Did he play one game?
He did.
I did not even watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he did. What up, Greg? Yeah.
Should just sign Isaiah Thomas and get it over with.
Yeah. Has Jalen Reagor had a better career than Justin Jefferson now that Reagor made the playoffs before him?
That'll be a hell of a story if Jalen Reagor gets it. If Jalen Reagor scores a touchdown, if we make it to the Super Bowl one year with him on the team, he's better than Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf just for that reason. Because none of those other teams can say, like, those teams aren't even close to making. Neither are we. But
horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's horrible. I'll just bring up my Eagles point to the poll, just because the Sixers are the Sixers. Once the Eagles are, once their death is the horrible, tragic death, whether it's the first round or the second round, that's when we'll start talking some Sixers more and more. But as of right now, the Sixers are what they are. They beat a team that they should have beaten. Joel Embiid has stepped it up over the past week or two. 30-point game after 30-point game. If they continue to win and he gets them to a top 3 seed single-handedly, there's no reason why he shouldn't be an MVP discussion. I know Steph is probably going to run away with it so far, or is probably going to run away with it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not even honestly. I don't care about no MVP.
It's nice. It's nice to have them in our city, but it would be nice for some recognition, But yeah, we need that max slot to come back, and really, if Ben Simmons means that we have to let go of Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, whatever, I really don't want to do it. To be honest, I don't want to do it. I want to do a flip for a flip. So, Ben, please come back. We kind of need you.
Our team's in such a weird spot because you have Embiid, who's like the equivalent of like a 30-year-old man or 35-year-old guy because his prime's nearly up, I guess I'd say. And you don't know whether we're building for now or for the future because you have guys like Thybulle, Max you don't want to get rid of. But like it's gonna go to a screeching halt if like Embiid gets hurt or like I really don't know. It's such a weird spot we're put in.
Oh yeah, if Embiid goes down again, we're done. We're burnt toast. I'm not obviously I'm not hoping for that, but if he were to go down and it's right around the trade deadline and Ben's still on this team and he's not playing, he's crumb of the lifetime, crumb of the century, crumb since 1776. It's just I'm holding out hope that Ben Simmons will come back. I hate him as a person.
Are you ready to bring him back into your life? The toxic
strict basketball terms, yes.
Yeah. So it's your friend with benefits.
No. No. He's definitely one of those guys. Don't meet your heroes, but I don't think anybody looks up to him as a hero anymore.
No.
But he was the prime definition of don't meet your hero because I met him, and you know he's a man of very few words. Very few words. Lord Walker comes in and says 76ers have 2 max players, one that plays like he should be on the bench, and the other that won't even sit on the bench. Replace either, and we are finals contenders. The only problem with that, Lord, is obviously nobody wants Simmons for the value that Morey wants, right?
Yeah.
And then when you're talking about Tobias, that's probably the most
Isn't he the most paid on the team?
Joe is.
Is he?
Yeah, Joe is. Joe is. Then Ben and Tobias are similar. But I think
That's
Joe got his first super max.
Oh, because it was because of that. Okay, so last year though, Harris was getting the most.
Yeah.
He was getting
Yeah.
like 38 million, like something
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Something very gross.
But yeah, I mean, if you replace one of them, then yeah, maybe. But obviously nobody wants Ben for the value that Morey wants him for. And then when it comes to Tobias, it's the worst contract in sports history right now.
Yeah.
As of right now, currently.
Yeah.
Like there's no possible way you can move that contract because he stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy and everything, but he stinks.
And
you're locked in.
You're locked in for the next three years.
Yeah, 3 years I think you have left with him. So yeah, good point, Lord. But nobody wants him. That's why Ben needs to come back. And I'm not trading him for a bag of dirt. I don't want any Kings package. I don't want any Cavs package. I don't want any of that. Pause.
You don't mind?
I don't want any packages. The only package I want is manscaped.com. From manscaped.com. When they just send you stuff spontaneously when you get that lawnmower 4.0. They literally send you stuff spontaneously.
Yep.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
And if you use that promo code, from A2D, 20% off free shipping with the code A2D, obviously, at manscaped.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only package I want. I don't want any package from Sacramento. I don't want any package from Cleveland. That sucks.
Yeah. You got to keep the only way you can get the package to clean up your package is to buy some Manscaped.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, Troy, Isaiah Joe played well tonight, but whip-de-doo. We were praising the bench last year around this time, and look at what it got us. It got us hockey line changes in the conference semifinals, and it led to a total collapse on 3 separate occasions. And we'll talk about that prior to our bold predictions as well. The worst things that could have happened to us in 2021, sports wise. Wow, Lord! If that's the truth, that is criminal. That is absolute. If I were Tobias Harris, I would give $5 million to Joel Embiid. I would.
Yeah. If I was Ben, I'd just give it all back.
What do you think about the possibility of John Wall?
No. Hasn't played a game, just like Ben. Hasn't been healthy in years.
How about Tobias for John Wall?
Where would he fit in the team, though?
I mean, if you flip Tobias for John Wall, if you flip Tobias for John Wall, then and you still have Ben come after trade deadline, and Ben actually wakes up and realizes that the only way he's going to get out of here is if he plays and raises his trade value. I think a lineup with John Wall, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid, that's a championship contender. And then you have Danny Green, Seth Curry, or Tyrese Maxey, whoever you want to start at the 2.
I think you bring Maxey off the bench in that instance.
All right, so then you got Tyrese and Danny coming off the bench, right? You still got Georgies, you still got Drummond. I would love it.
Yeah,
I would absolutely love it.
I don't know. I just think that the power forward position, if you go and trade, it's going to be very important because you got to have those guys. Who's guarding KD? Ben. Who's going to go to Giannis? Nah, Ben ain't coming back, bro. Because if you pull that trade, you have to have Simmons on board. If that trade's made, you have to have Simmons on board. If you don't have Simmons on board, you're playing Georges Niang in the power forward position come playoff time. Your backup power forward. I love Niang and I love B-Ball Paul, but that's going to be your 2 power forward positions.
That won't work. But once again, you go small come playoff time. Like who's their center going to be? You're going to have Aldridge, who's going to be on Joe, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have KD, who's going to be on Ben, hypothetically, if he wakes the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
You got Matisse on Harden. And then you would have Seth on Patty Mills and who am I missing?
Wall.
Well, who's the other guard for the Nets?
Is Kyrie playing? I don't
Kyrie
know.
won't play. Kyrie's not going to get vaccinated, so he's not going to be playing. I mean, he won't be playing at
Joe Harris. Wouldn't it be is Mills? I thought Mills was their point guard.
Well, Harris has been out. I think Bembry's been their others. It's been Bembry, Mills, Harden, KD, and Aldridge. They've been their starters.
I think Harden is their point guard.
Yeah, but then come playoff time, when the matchups come, Matisse is probably going to be on Harden if this happens. And if Ben wakes the hell up, Ben will be on KD. But
they might run another big in that.
Yeah, I mean, you got James Johnson, you got Claxton, Eric Clapton, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
like you got a bunch of guys. So they got the height on you if you get rid of Tobias. But what does Tobias give you? Tobias Harris is no better than Georges Niang in my eyes.
You're right.
He's a liability.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to the bench time, when Tobias is the guy and Tobias on the bench doesn't show up. And that's when you blow the 17-point leads. That's when you blow the 26-point leads.
Yep.
I mean, this team is one piece away. They're one piece away, and Ben Simmons coming back from being legitimate contenders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I would flip Ben for Dame or Ben for Beal like that.
Yeah.
But just Ben. I'm not getting rid of Maxey.
No.
Oh. And I know that's a hot take on the Flight Zone. You and I both agree to it, but I'm not letting go of Tyrese Maxey for 3 years of Damian Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? Damian Lillard has had, he's had shooters around him consistently. Mm-hmm. He's had Yusuf Nurkic, who's been a top 5 center in the league. So, I don't know. I just don't think that Dame would guarantee us a title in 3 years. That could be a hot take, but once he's going back out west once his contract comes up. So if he gets traded here, we better win in 3 years. I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
Yeah, I agree to that, Dan.
Would they do it though? Like, what's in it for them? You're just going to take.
It's contract for contract, and you have a guy that actually plays, right?
I guess.
I don't know.
But I mean, the only issue with that one is you're bringing in clutch sports again. That's what you're bringing in.
I mean, you already have it with Maxey, right?
Yeah, but you're bringing one of the. I mean, that Maxey's a newer guy, but John Wall's been they're friends. John Wall and Ben Simmons are friends, so maybe that brings them back. I really don't know.
I mean, these comments that are coming in, they're great. They're great and all. But if Ben for Jaylen Brown would have happened, it would already have happened by now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. How are the Celtics doing?
They're not doing too hot. Yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
Maybe Morey's waiting out to see. Like they're in the 9th spot. We're in the 6th spot. Wow, they're struggling.
Who's in the 9th spot?
The Celtics. Yeah, they're 18 and 19. I don't get how they're that bad though. I really don't. I mean, they've had their injuries, but I think if you have Jason Tatum on your team, you should have at least be 500.
Yeah, I mean they've been a very average team. They're 5-5 in the last 10. They have won 2 in a row, but 18 and 19. I mean, Jason Tatum.
How about the Wizards falling off like nobody's business? Yeah, like literally, like they were. I think 3 weeks ago they were. I think top 3 seed, and now they're.
Yeah, I mean,
we're
4 and 6 over your last 10. That'll do it to you, right? Same with Charlotte. Toronto's getting a little hot, but what do you think of Fred VanVleet? I know they wouldn't do Fred VanVleet for Tobias.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. He is pretty clutch, so he could be that closing guy, and he has a championship under his belt, which isn't it's not terrible.
Like Lord Walker, I would love that, but we got Danny Green in that Uncle Al trade. And what has Danny Green done for us?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Does Clutch Sports really have Hurts and Smith?
I don't. I think he's trolling. I don't think so. No way.
If you do anything this year, Lord Walker says, if you do anything this year, find somewhere to. They are?
I looked up Smith and it said it was Smith, but
yeah,
I don't know about Hurts.
I think if Smith is, then Jalen is. And I think Jalen loves it here.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he loves it here in Philly.
No, Mr. Wing, yeah, he's not lying.
Now you apologize to Mr. Wing.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I got your back, Mr. Wing.
That actually would have you would have got me good. You would have actually got me good if that wasn't real. Because I actually thought I mean what is real. But
if you do anything this year, find somewhere to ship Tobias and get from under that contract, like Uncle Alf, free up space for a run for Harden or Wall as a free agent. I mean, I don't think Wall's next contract is going to cost supermax money. The guy hasn't played in 3 seasons, 2.5 seasons, 3 seasons.
Mm.
Yeah, no, fuck, no. I'm not spending that type of money on John Wall. Once his contract is up, he's not getting paid like that again.
Hell no. He already took enough money. I mean, he's probably going to get veterans minimum. He's going to go play for LA.
Yeah. Now, Jeremy Grant. Would you do? Would you do a Ben Simmons for Jeremy Grant package?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like
I have enough respect for Ben to say no to that.
All right. So if you have to do, because KCP and Beal are on the Wizards. Jeremy Grant's on the Pistons, right?
Yep.
So I would think that's a 3-team deal. Now I would think Ben and Maxey would have to go to Washington.
Yeah.
And then maybe Tobias and Matisse would have to go to Detroit, right? And that would be the 3-team deal. And then we would get those 3 guys.
Yeah.
So we would do 4 guys for 3 guys. And one of our guys isn't even playing. So we would really be doing Beal, KCP, and Jeremy Grant for Tobias, Maxey, and Matisse.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Mm-hmm. But tell me honestly, is Beal that guy in the playoffs though? Is he going to be? Will he be that guy?
I think with Joel Embiid, with the legit Batman next to him, I think he could be.
Yeah.
And then you still got Seth on the outside for 3. You still would have Danny Green on the outside for 3. I would hope that you would bring in another shooter. So,
honestly, start unloading your like if you're building for now like that, start unloading your picks because I mean, shit, we have enough young guys on the team.
Yeah. I mean, Troy, I don't think that Detroit would maybe. The trade deadline is going to be interesting because we know Morey isn't going to just stay there and do nothing, right? Evan, can you hear me? You definitely froze. Evan?
Good?
Yeah, I'm good. Did I freeze? Did I freeze or did you freeze?
We both did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Wi-Fi gate, Yeah, when it comes to this Pistons trade, I think that I don't think that they would just do Tobias and Shake for Jeremy Grant because I think Jeremy Grant's just too much better of a player than Tobias, and he's getting paid less, So, shit. Have I been freezing?
Yeah, we both are.
Damn.
I think Ben Simmons is working with Comcast or something.
Yeah. Xfinity.
Xfinity. That's him. He's working for both.
It seems like we're good now. Hopefully it doesn't lock out. Beal or Brown, which guy do you think possibly become available more likely?
I don't know, because I see both teams struggling in the next few months. Because I feel like they're both kind of in the same place. The Wizards are they're just going to be they're not going to be a top 5 team in the East ever, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Um
No, I don't think so
They
either.
just like Kyle. If you have Kyle Kuzma as your second best player, I don't think you're that great of a team. And I don't know what's wrong with the Celtics. The Celtics just suck.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we do kind of suck too, but not as bad as the Celtics. I just think Moore is trying to play the game to who gets more desperate and who just wants to get a deal done. You know,
Yeah,
he has to aim really high to get the best. Because if you trickle down, he knows he's not going to get what he wants.
mm-hmm.
So he's going to go at the highest point he can, and then trickle down and then get other teams on board when they need it. So
Yeah. No, yeah, it's very true. Did you just see Najee Harris stiff arm the hell out of that guy?
yep,
That's kind of what he just did to me.
he just did to you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Just got
I'm
Najee
just
Harris.
seeing it. I'm just seeing it. Me coming up for an open field tackle on Najee Harris,
Just
getting ready to
absolutely
cash out my $500 for my fantasy league, and then Najee Harris just goes like, boom! You're not getting that $400, boy. You're not getting it.
Mhm.
Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Nah, I'm down by 3 points now, so a fumble won't even do it for me.
Mhm. Which out of those two guys, which one would you prefer? I think you'd say Beal. Dan's asking.
Yeah, I would prefer Beal, and to answer the question, I think Beal becomes more available just because I think the Celtics are very stubborn, and I just don't think they want Ben
Any
Simmons
trades
for.
with us? Yeah.
I don't think they want Ben for Brown straight up.
hmm They want Matisse and Simmons, I think.
Yeah,
Since they fumbled Matisse in the draft.
yeah, yeah. But they're not. I'm not. I'll tell you one thing. I am not giving Maxey to them.
No.
No way. No way.
And I think I'd rather have Beal because Brown has had his fair share as well of injuries. He has like leg issues some points. Like
Yeah.
hasn't played a full 82.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who would be better. I think Beal would be a better fit with Joe, just because Bradley Beal all of a sudden wants to pass the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other day he had 16 assists, which is
Mm-hmm.
just unbelievable.
How tall is Jalen Brown? Do you know? Is he
He's like 6'7", and then
See, I do.
Beal's like 6'5".
Okay.
But yeah, that's the thing. If we gotta give Matisse and Ben for either one of those guys,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's tough. We'll talk about it more as the weeks progress, as the Eagles break our hearts in the playoffs. We'll continue to talk Sixers, but let's bring it to the poll again. Before we get into the Eagles, let's just give you one of the sponsors for the day, and our Eagles talk is going to be brought to you by. I'm sorry, where is it?
Patty Wag.
Yeah, but that's the wrong read. So we'll do Gleason's, and then Patty Whack will be brought to you by. They'll be brought to you by our bold predictions. But right now, Eagles Talk going to be brought to you by Gleason's Bar, which is located at 6700 Mill Creek Ave in Levittown, PA. Use promo code A2D for 10% off your order whenever you dine in, take out, or order online. Remember, Gleason's Bar and Steaks.com in Levittown, PA. Check them out.
Yeah.
All right. Let's swing to the poll again. poll for the night. Philadelphia Eagles are currently closer to a championship than the Philadelphia 76ers. Agree or disagree? I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I'm going to say agree to the poll, and I will say that in the hypothetical term that the roster stays the same, this stays what it is right now with the Sixers. So I'm going to agree to the poll saying the Eagles are closer, and here's why. They're young. They're young on their offensive line. Their obvious identity is running the football. They're somewhat young on the defensive line. I still think that one of the first round picks that we have this year, you're going to have to draft another DN. And they'll continue to be young with the great mixture of veterans that they have. And just like that, you're running the trenches again. Mm-hmm. You're running it down there.
Yep.
And you have a crap load of money. You could go out and get a receiver like Mike Williams. You could go out and get a receiver like Allen Robinson, Chris Godwin.
I like some A-Rob, man. Yeah. I think that if he comes to Philly, it's going to be exactly like the Alshon Jeffrey thing.
Yeah,
but a good ending. The good ending.
Yep. And I think he would be the perfect. What's the word for trio? Trio. Yeah. Duh. It would be the perfect trio with Quez. You could put Quez on the outside, be the burner. You could move Devontae to the slot. You could rotate all those three guys across the board. A-Rob would be your possession guy. Like you said, he could be your Alshon guy. Devontae's obviously your stud. And then you got Quez Watkins taking the top off the D. Like, you got all those guys. Pause. Pause.
Yeah. You got kids watching.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
But no, that's definitely a perfect point. I think that's like my dream free agent signing. I know Mike Williams nice and all, but everyone's gonna be on Mike Williams. Mm-hmm. I think the year that Allen Robinson had will be
down year.
He'll definitely be a little bit cheaper. You can get it for a little bit cheaper.
Yep.
And I think he would do just as good as, or even better than Mike Williams, because Mike Williams had Keenan Allen next to him. He had a few other decent wide receivers around him. So I don't know if he could be the guy, but I definitely take someone like Allen Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Since he really hasn't had a good quarterback around him.
Oh no, he's had Mitch. He's had post Super Bowl Nick Foles. He's had Andy Dalton, and this year him and
Jay Fields.
Yeah, him and Fields haven't just clicked, and he's also been hurt all year. So
yeah,
he's obviously not re-signing with them. Well, I'm hoping that we can maybe get him for the cheap. And even if we do get him for the cheap, there's a lot of receivers in that first round that are just looking at us.
Yeah.
That I would not.
I know you want a receiver, Jimmy. I know you do.
I would take one.
Yeah.
I know maybe 2 months ago I was saying you got to go all defense. You got to go all defense. You got to go all defense. But just watching the talent of the wide receivers in the NCAA, it's just it's undeniable.
Yeah. Like that young, what was that kid's name?
From Ohio State?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Like, what?
16 catches, 340 something yards, 3 touchdowns. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I don't even think he's eligible for the draft because the two guys that were eligible for the draft sat out.
Oh, geez.
Mistake me if I'm wrong. I'm not that big. I'm not that big of a junkie in college football, but if you have one of those guys, whether it's Mechie, Jamison Williams, obviously any of those guys from Ohio State, Olave, if you have any of those guys sitting in your lap at 21, you take them.
Yeah.
You have to take them.
Of course. Yep.
And you still sign
And if you need to go trade someone like Jalen Reagor,
trade him. I would let him go.
Yeah.
I would gift him his plane ticket out of here.
Yeah. I know you would. I know you would.
Trade him. What are we getting him for? What are we going to get for him?
5th round.
5th.
I
would be insulted. As an Eagles fan, I would be insulted for that organization, whoever they get.
Well, I mean, you got Joe Flacco for a 6th, so
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
yeah.
That's unbelievable.
So it's really like a late 5th kind of, because like the Jets are just so bad. Like an
Freaking
early 6th. That's a really early.
the Fox and the Halliburton trades. I can't take their freaking garbage. They are bad for a reason.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's their organization's fault for drafting
5 point guards in a row.
Yeah, like they have 2 good point guards. Decent point guards. I don't know how is Fox having that great of a year? I really haven't been watching any basketball this year.
He's been okay. I mean, he has 3 point guards that are right behind him. They have the kid that they drafted this year, and they got Halliburton, and then I think they have one more.
You know what? Just give him Ben. They'll have 8. I don't care. Just give him Ben. I mean, but I just think that Fox and Maxey thing would not work. He is a monster. I like Fox a lot, and Jimmy, I was telling you
putting us
last
over the
year.
top.
I was telling you last year I wanted him so bad, but now that I saw what Maxey has, I don't want him anymore.
But what Dan says, we have the carbon copy of De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Maxey.
Yep.
And we have him on a rookie contract. Why can't we just stick with Fox? It's a legitimate carbon copy.
Yep.
De'Aaron Fox isn't going to do anything for us. He's not. I mean, he's the leader of that horrid Kings team, and he has pieces around him. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think Marvin Bagley's that bad.
No, Buddy Hield's not bad.
Buddy Hield sucks.
You think so?
Enough with the Buddy Hield suck. He's on the bench. He got benched. He's not a starter anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if it may have changed, but I know a week ago he wasn't a starter. I'm done with the De'Aaron Fox bullshit. I'm done with the Colin Sexton bullshit. I'm done with all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with all of it.
There's no one to trade for, honestly. That's what it is. Because everyone's happy where they are.
Everybody's happy collecting their millions, and they don't want to come to Philly and get yelled at and have their feelings. Jesus Christ. Nick Chubb just baptized somebody. Yeah, everybody's happy with their millions. They don't want to come here and get booed at. These guys just aren't built for it. Wow. I would retire. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it yet. Oh, Jesus.
And they're just going to keep on replaying
it. The guy's wife and kids are probably sitting at home watching it and just like, oh.
Well, now I feel bad for him. Because
there goes Dad. There goes Dad.
Now I feel bad because he's just on the sideline with his hands on his hips, just contemplating life.
There goes Dad.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Oh, you know what? Shout out to me because the last 2 weeks in fantasy, granted, I literally picked up Nick Foles, Jalen Reagor, and all these weird players on my fantasy team. I know I did lose, but last week's double, like the 2-week one matchup, like the first week, I had more point. I had nearly 300 points. So
good for you.
If I would have made the playoffs, y'all would have been in trouble.
Good for you. Maybe next year you'll make the playoffs.
Maybe. Tom just gave up. He just gave up. He has like 7 players that aren't playing.
Evan, there's always next year. I guess you thought it was the off season during the regular season. But now the playoffs happen and you're just
it was preseason, dude. It was
patting yourself on the back.
Oh, Jesus.
This is why he's here, Mr. Wing. Yeah. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox, no. Colin Sexton, no. I mean, SGA, yes, but they're not trading him.
No.
Bradley Beal's probably the only possibility that we have.
Yep.
And not get robbed. So, yeah.
I just want to bring up real quick. I didn't even see the Seahawks game. I didn't know the Seahawks scored 51 points. And I didn't see the Patriots score either. I didn't know they scored 50.
Yeah, 250 pieces. Yeah.
Wow. But St. Brown went off again. He's crazy.
Jersey. Maxey's not on Fox level and may never be at that level. Look, Tyrese Maxey's 20 years old. De'Aaron Fox has been in the league for how many years now? 4 or 5? So he's what, 24, 25 years old? 24 years old, probably. He hasn't done a damn thing with the Kings. And all they continue to do is just draft high, draft high, draft high. And yet he can't take them over the hump. I mean, Trae Young took the Hawks over the hump, right? Why can't De'Aaron Fox do it? Because he ain't like that.
No.
He's not a second guy with Joe. He's not putting us over the hump.
Nope.
Now, I'm still praying that the Hawks fail and we fail and we can possibly flip Trae Young for Ben Simmons. But
wow, the Hawks are down bad. They're in the 12th spot.
Yeah. Dan, I don't know what they're seeing. I think these guys are just gun-ho on getting rid of Ben Simmons, and De'Aaron Fox is a guy that they think is the most realistic possibility. But even then, if it would have happened, it would have happened by now.
Mm-hmm.
You think Darryl wants to be a 500 basketball team right now with a max contract guy just sitting out and your other max contract guy not playing?
Mm-hmm.
Halliburton for who? Halliburton for Ben?
I think he's trolling.
What are we talking about? Become a Kings fan.
I think he's trolling. I think he's trolling.
What is up with these people being obsessed with the Kings? First it was Healed, and then everybody realized that he sucks. Now we're gonna demote it to fucking Fox and Halliburton. Jesus Christ!
I think he's trolling.
Now we're talking Jalen and Wentz. All
right, I want to hear your apology.
Sports. It's two different sports.
I want to hear your apology.
No. You got 5 guys that play in one sport. I'm sorry, what? 8 guys at the most, and then you have 52 guys in the other sport. Wentz clearly has better arm talent than Jalen Hurts. It doesn't mean that Jalen Hurts can never be as good as Carson Wentz. It doesn't. But you're talking about 2 guys that play the similar style. Wentz and Jalen don't play a similar style quarterback. Tyrese Maxey and De'Aaron Fox play a similar style. And Tyrese Maxey has showed something in his rookie year. Tyrese Maxey showed something this year. And we're just going to say he stopped growing? He's not that much worse than De'Aaron Fox right now. Is he or is he not? I don't know. I don't watch the Kings religiously, but when I do watch them, they got 4 different point guards out on the floor. Jesus Christ.
No, guys, notice how Jimmy gets always heated when Carson Wentz is mentioned. That is funny. All right, we done with basketball because the Sixers. This all right. Bottom line is Sixers. We don't know what we're gonna get. Daryl Morey's the guy who will show us light or show us nothing. That's about all it is because it's really not up to us. We can talk about it. We've been talking about it for months now about who we should trade. Why isn't Ben coming back? All this. We can keep talking about it, but at the end of the day, there really hasn't been progression.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get to Jimmy's apology to Jalen, but you guys can keep talking. I don't know.
Nah, it's. I mean, he finally gave me 2 straight consistent games, 2 games in a row where he stuck in the pocket, and whether that's from his bumped ankle, whether that's from watching Gardner being able to stand in the pocket and realize it's not that hard to do when you're a quarterback in the NFL, like you're expected to do that type of thing, right? He watched Gardner Minshew, who, bottom level starting quarterback in the league, but even bottom level starting quarterbacks in the league know how to stick in the pocket, go through your second, third, fourth progressions, and make the throws. Mm-hmm. And Jalen Hurts has done that over the past 2 games. He has made throws that I haven't seen him make yet. And I'm appalled. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say I'm stunned, but I'm appalled. And I'm applauding Jalen. Look, intangibles is my least favorite word when it comes to talking sports because it's just a cop-out to say that Guys who suck are good at the sport. That's what intangibles means.
Yep.
Guys that suck are good at the sport. That's your cop-out.
Yeah.
But over the last 2 games against divisional rivals, 2 games where we needed to win, like we've been pleading for. I know going into the stretch, he was what, 0-4 against the division? Now he is what?
3-4?
Now he's 3-4, yes.
3-4.
Great. It's awesome. Honestly, unbelievable, in my opinion. But he has made the throws. He is stuck in the pocket. And he has honestly made outstanding throws. So I would like to apologize to Jalen Hurts. He's slowly growing on me. I would love for him to continue to progress his game. I would love for him to continue to improve. And I got my wish. He's going to be starting a playoff game this year.
Yeah.
I know
it's one step away.
Yeah.
One step away. Honestly, I'm looking forward to watching him in the playoffs. I want to see what he has. I think he's earned his yeah. I think he's earned the right to have another year.
Yes.
Do you agree with that? I honestly do think. No Wells.
If we get boat raced to the
playoffs.
If we get boat raced and he plays a horrible game, then we got to talk about it. But I'm giving him a 90% chance that he does come back, and he deserves it as a starter. But
now, after that, say we do lose in the first round, but he shows enough, right?
Then he's 100% the starter next year.
Yeah. But what are you looking at going into the future? What are you looking at next year for him? What's your goals like? What are your goals to have him as a franchise quarterback? What does he have to do to make you think that he is a franchise quarterback?
I want him to continue to play the way that he's played over the last 2 games. More particularly the last 2 games of the second half. He was making the throws in both second halves over in the Giants game and in the Washington football team game. So yeah, Troy says it. You stick with Hurts next year no matter what. But if a star QB wants to come here like an Aaron Rodgers and a Devontae Adams, then of course you let Jalen become the backup and let him learn under Aaron. I think that would be perfect. So,
but I'm not trading him for a Russell. I'm sorry, I'm not trading him for a Russell Wilson.
I'm not doing it either. I'm not saying that I won't want Russell Wilson. I would want Russell Wilson for the right price, but I do not want Jalen included in that trade package.
Nope.
So,
but they do. They will want him. And is Howie gonna go back and say, "Hey, we missed out on Wilson. We can get Wilson now, or we can get rid of who we think the next Russell Wilson's going to be."
All right. Let me get
this.
this.
That's what he's saying. Not what I'm saying.
But let me clear this up. I'm not going to let 2 good second halves against horrid teams block me from getting Russell Wilson if it means that Jalen's going to be in that package. Because if it's a first-round pick and Jalen Hurts for Russell Wilson, I'm saying yes a million times.
Yep.
Only 1 first-round pick? Are you kidding me?
Nah, they want more. They're going to want they were going to want 2 firsts.
And then I would say he fell off this year, and he's on the downfall. He fell off the cliff, in the words of Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. You want to do some predictions for Saturday? It's going to be tough because I don't even know who's playing.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, my prediction is all right. Let's start off with the playoff because really the winner of this game is going to determine playoff seeding. Let me just bring it up for you. So right now in the NFC, you got Green Bay, who clinched the number 1 seed, so they got the bye. Right now, if the playoffs started, we would be versing the Rams, which I think we have a legitimate shot to go against the Rams, right?
Yep.
I just think Matt Stafford's been playing completely horrible. Sonny Michel, I think we would be able to win in the trenches on the offense side of the ball. Defense side of the ball could be tough, but I think our offensive line will stack up against an Aaron Donald and Von Miller. I think the offensive line has just been played lights out this year. So yeah, that would be the first one. Before we get to the second one, let me just bring in the sponsor for the just playoff picture right now. Many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need mental health therapy or addiction detox, please call 856-651-8117. And just remember to tell them that A2D Radio sent you. Yeah, 856-651-8117. Make sure you check them out. So yeah, we would be playing the Rams first. So I'm assuming that if the Rams were to beat the 49ers, well, if the Rams beat the 49ers and the Saints beat the I think they play the
Tampa, right?
No, Tampa? They don't play Tampa. They play the Falcons.
Okay.
Yeah, because Tampa plays the Panthers and New Orleans would play the Falcons. I think New Orleans is going to win. And honestly, I think the 49ers are going to lose against the Rams. So that would bring us to the 6th seed. No.
Wait, so if the Rams win, they stay at the 2.
Yes.
And then we would play the 3rd seed.
If the Saints were to beat the Falcons.
Yeah. So we'd play
and the Saints would be 7. And we would play the 3 seed, which would be either Tampa Bay or Dallas.
But if we lose on Sunday, then we would play Dallas if that all transpired on the other side.
I don't think we play Dallas at all. Because if Dallas wins, and Tampa Bay loses, they'll both be 12-5, and Tampa Bay has the head-to-head against them.
Oh,
so Tampa Bay stays at 3. Tampa Bay's staying at 3, unless the Rams lose.
Yeah.
So we're going to be playing Rams or Buccaneers, I think.
Who would you rather take?
But if the Cardinals win and the Rams lose, then the Rams or the it's very confusing. All right, but I don't think we have a chance to play Dallas. I think it's going to be either Rams, Buccaneers, or Cardinals. Because I think Dallas is staying in the 4th seed no matter what. Yeah, Dallas is going to be staying in the 4th seed because they didn't beat anybody.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I don't even think the Cowboys are a possibility. So let's just say between the Rams, Buccaneers, and Cardinals, who would you play? Who would you rather play? And the Cardinals are a pipe dream. So let's just do the Rams and the Bucks.
Damn. See, I want to take the Rams. The only thing is I know their defensive line is good, but so is their secondary. So
I think
they have Jalen Ramsey.
I think Devontae eats up Jalen Ramsey.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I like him, but I don't know about that one.
He'll eat up Jalen Ramsey. I think we have a shot against both of them, to be honest. I don't want to play the Packers.
No. I do want to get that higher seed, though, no matter what, because I think if you – do they play whoever doesn't get eliminated in the wild card? The Packers do? So they get the first round bye.
Yeah.
And
then they'll play the highest seed of it remaining.
Yeah.
So that would be us. unless the Saints were to win.
Yeah.
And we go to the 6th seed. So But yeah, I think we have the tools to beat the Rams. The Rams and the Bucks. I mean, we played the Bucks. We lost by what, 6 points? I know that was a putrid game, and that was just a pipe dream for us to even cover that game by one possession. But we were a different team back then. That we still put up 100 yards on them, and that was before we even started running the ball. That was when we were still trying to find our identity. We have our identity now. The defense has stepped up. Tampa Bay's beaten up. I know Fournette's out. AB is obviously out. Godwin's out. They got some guys on there. They got most of their D-line out.
Yeah. I know I'm gonna say I'm gonna take
weak.
the Bucks. I'm gonna take the Bucks.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see when it comes who I'll take, but
I know Tom Brady is the GOAT. Not my GOAT, but he is the GOAT. But you know,
I don't understand all the praise that
if you get to him, he has the fastest release in the NFL. One of the fastest hike to release.
The way to win that game is possession. You have to control both trenches, and you need to run the ball down their throats.
Yep.
Just that simple.
And especially how long is Fournette out for? Do you know?
I think he's week to week.
Week to week, yeah. So I mean, they have a few guys that can run the ball, but I think that just the linebacker play has stepped up tremendously the last few months.
Yeah.
Where I'm not as like you know what I mean? Like I'm not as fond of getting a linebacker in the first round as much as I was.
I still want it. I still want that linebacker.
As much as I was in the beginning of the year, though. Like
I don't know. I still think I would maybe even do a hybrid safety. A hybrid safety in the draft. Maybe if you find one of them in the first round. But I would do one of the receivers, a D end, and a linebacker.
Okay. So what are you going to do in the second round?
Corner. Yeah. And then your 2 third-round picks, you build on the offense, one offensive lineman, and then you do another either D end or a D tackle or corner. Again, I don't know.
Yeah. I think if you go and draft one wide receiver, I think you're done, because we have drafted so many wide receivers the last 3 years that it's just become like.
But there's so many studs in the first round.
Yeah, and there's so many guys though that are on our bench that should have some NFL play. I know you hate Travis Fulgham. He's not terrible.
Well, he's somewhere else now. I think he's on the Denver practice squad now.
He?
Yep.
No shit.
He was down in Miami, and then Miami released him, and now he's with Denver. So.
Wow.
Yep.
Shit. Didn't pick up. Yeah, I mean,
that's the recipe to beat the Bucks is run the ball down the throats and control possession. But Bobby, if this is the case, if this actually can happen, which I don't see how, because the Bucks, even if the Bucks lose and the Cowboys win, they're both 12-5, right? And the Bucks beat the Cowboys. So what's up with that head-to-head?
I think it might work to where
conference?
Like ours did. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very confusing because I know the Saints, Eagles, and 49ers can all be 9-8, and the 49ers can be left out, and we would be in. I don't know how it's working.
That's so weird.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Who cares? But if the Cowboys can get as high as the 2nd seed and we have a chance to play them, and if it comes down to that, I'm not playing any of our players, and I'm handing them the W. Handing them the W this week so that we can play them next week or 2 weeks from now.
I agree.
When it comes to the Rams, I think you could rattle Matt Stafford because their offensive line doesn't look too good. I mean, they don't
have a great running back.
Yeah,
they don't have a great.
I had Sonny Michel on my bench all year, and the second that I'm eliminated from the playoffs in my 14-man, he decides to become the starter. So that kind of fucked me royally. But it is what it is. It really is what it is. But yeah, you could rattle Matt Stafford. I don't think he's
I mean,
after what he
if
showed me
you
the
can get
past 2
locked
weeks,
up,
he stinks.
if you can lock up Cooper Kupp, I think you'll be all right. Because you have Cooper Kupp, they have
Cooper
Higbee.
Kupp could very well be the MVP.
Yeah. So, Mr. Slay, if you want to step up, so yeah, you're a big Pro Bowler guy now. You got to do Pro Bowler stuff. If you want to do that, and you want to get an apology from me, you're not getting an apology now. You're not getting an apology from playing Jake Fromm, playing Taylor Heineke, the worst quarterbacks in the league. You're not going to get an apology from me for making the Pro Bowl on the easiest schedule. You've played one team with an over 500 record, and you won. Or no, you only beat one team with a above 500 record.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you've played maybe 3 legit quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, and no matter who they play in that first round, you're gonna have a solid receiver to guard.
Yep. So,
I mean, I think he did a good job on Terry McLaurin. I think McLaurin.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
But also quarterback Taylor Heineke.
Yeah. I mean, he's not terrible, but he's not Matt Stafford or Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So,
but if you look at our possible opponents, it's going to be either the Rams, where you're going to have to cover Cooper Kupp, or Odell, if you just want to play one side of the field.
mm-hmm.
You got the Buccaneers, who you're going to have to guard Mike Evans. That's clearly going to have to be Slay. And I don't think he'll be able to do it because Evans is just way too aggressive and physical. I mean, Steve Nelson might have to do it because at least Steve Nelson's aggressive and physical.
Yeah.
He
might not be able to guard anything, but
yeah.
I really like the plays that Maddox had against Washington.
He's having a hell of a year in the slot.
Yeah. After that flag, he went off.
Yeah, the ball don't lie. Because that was not nowhere close. Nope. And then the next 3 plays, he makes 2 out of the 3 plays. Mm-hmm. 3 and out after the flag. Ball don't lie, bitch.
Yep. Fuck him.
Yeah, Bobby. If Dallas beats us Saturday and the Panthers would have to beat the Bucks, Seahawks would beat the Cardinals, and the 49ers beat the Rams, then Dallas gets the 2nd seed.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I'll cheer for that. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. But then you already know that Cowboys fans will be like, "Oh, like we both lost in the first round. At least we sweep the Eagles, though. You guys suck," or some shit like that. You're like,
yeah, but if that were to happen, if that were to happen, we would be the 7th seed because the 49ers would stay at 6. Mm-hmm. So if they were to get beat in the first round, it would be by us.
Yeah. I mean, if that didn't happen, that's what I'm saying. But
yeah.
What's up, Pete?
Yo, what's going on, Pete? Habib, if you score more points than your opponent, you win. Yeah. Thank you.
What are you, Booger McFarland?
Maybe he's watching like before it all happened, and he just comments it. So maybe he's like 20 minutes behind, and we're talking about something else.
Oh my gosh!
Talking to the GOAT Habib.
Madden. Oh, it was a Madden reference. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, ripped a Madden, man. That's sad.
Yeah.
I bet you there's so many people that don't know anything about sports that don't know Madden is just like they just thought that was a name.
Yeah.
Had no like significant.
That is like 100% my girlfriend. Like I'll tell her I'm playing Madden, and she'll be like, "Oh, the football game," and I'm like, "Yeah," because she does not know 1 ounce of sports.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that's the playoff picture right now. I think you have a shot against any 4 or 5 of those teams.
Mm-hmm.
You're the hottest team in football. You're running the football down everybody's throats right now. Your defense has been stepping up. You have an all-pro corner. You have a D-line that, if depending on the play call, they could get to the quarterback. I would still blitz every single time with Alex Singleton. I would not
Mhm.
keep him in coverage. Just send
Yeah.
him as the extra guy every
Yeah.
single time.
I don't want him guarding anybody. He's better when he's like when he's stepped up the last few weeks. He has definitely stepped up.
Yeah.
But if you go and play Tampa Bay or go and play the Rams, he's not gonna be able to guard Higbee. He's not gonna be able to guard Gronk. Like,
Yeah.
no. Bro, we got all these like weird Russian people in the chat comment.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, let's talk about I honestly this Saturday. I don't even want to honestly give a prediction because I don't know what's going to be happening.
Mhm.
I would say take the under, no matter what it is. Just take the under in the
Mhm.
Eagles Dallas game. I don't
I
think.
bet you it's going to be like 30. That's what the over under is going to be.
I don't think it'll be that. I mean, there was one game this week that was 31, and I was like, I just think that's way too low for the sport of the NFL. But depending on the weather, it could be 30. But I'm thinking the score is probably going to be like a 21-13 piece.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So definitely go under 40.
And if you have tickets, sell the tickets, please. Someone don't save your money for something else. For next Christmas, for your birthday, like just don't go.
Yeah. Mr. Wing, I would play the starters for one half and then pull them just to keep their legs loose. But if Jalen's ankle is still fucked up, then you keep him out of the game the whole time so that he's ready for 2 weeks from now because you got that extra week. And I don't think the difference between a 6 and a 17 is going to matter.
No.
You're gonna be playing a tough opponent no matter what. So yeah.
And how about Jalen Hurts almost getting crushed by people?
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was terrible.
Yeah, horrible. That Washington is everything about Washington is horrible. Their
It just
stadium,
screams
the
poverty.
people that live there, they're just horrible.
Yeah.
The politics in it,
Yeah.
horrible.
Remember, did
Nothing
you see
worse
the
than a
video of that
politician.
stadium? Did you see the video of, what is it, FedEx Field? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I think something happened with one of their toilets, and it was just like leaking down, like on people.
Yeah.
Like, how are you as an owner? Like, you don't do anything
Oh,
about
he
it.
doesn't care. He's just racking his millions.
Yeah, he's a scum.
Yeah.
He's a scum.
Yeah.
But then that whole thing that happened with like Sean Taylor, how they handled that, like just trying to cover their own asses because of whatever happened with Gruden and the other guy, somebody else was involved in the organization. But that's just a weird, scummy franchise.
Oh yeah, everything about them. Yeah, they're weird. Yeah, my only prediction for this week is take the under. I would take it right now. Take it right now. Honestly, I might place it right now. If we're being completely real.
Xavier Hope asked your guys' thoughts on Jalen Hurts change at all.
Yeah, he must have missed the apology that I sent him. I sent him my apology. He finally showed me 2 games in a row where he was consistent. Let it be that it was both games were in the second half, but he has stuck in the pocket. He has gone through his second, third, and fourth reads, and he's delivered dimes inside of the pocket, like a true starting quarterback in the NFL should do, right?
And
just
a few weeks ago, guys, Rob Brinkman and Jimmy Rodweiler were killing Evan Taylor. They were killing him.
Well, yeah, rightfully so. Rightfully so.
And they're saying start Minshew.
Rightfully so.
Start Minshew.
At that point, why wouldn't you?
Start him.
The dude was 0-4 against the division.
I had a feeling, dude. I knew
coming off a high ankle sprain.
I knew he was going to do this. I knew he was. I knew it.
Yeah. Shout out to you again, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, shout out to Nick Sirianni for just being one of the best. He's up there with the rookie head coaches. I definitely probably first or second.
He's the best head coach in town right now.
Yeah. Oh, by far.
I don't even think it's close.
By far.
I don't even think it's close.
And that's sad, honestly. It's sad that a rookie head coach is already regarded as the best in the city.
What do you want to talk about, legal? We're here to talk. Oh, he's talking about Hurts. He's talking about Hurts, I think. Yeah, Hurts has showed me something over the last 2 games against divisional opponents, right?
Mhm.
But Sirianni's obviously not going to get coach of the year, but he's definitely the best
Mhm.
coach in the city right now.
Yep.
And Matt
I think
LaFleur,
most improved too. I know they don't
oh
give
yeah,
that out. Most improved coach from
from week
I'd
1,
say
yeah,
like week 1.
week 2.
No, I mean he was good week 1. I'm thinking like
I would say week 2.
mid-season to now. I think
Yeah,
he's just bringing in the running game was just like probably the best thing he's done all year, but that just helped us tremendously.
yeah.
Like Boston Scott, great game,
Oh yeah, for sure.
good stuff.
They're gonna give Matt LaFleur coach of the year. I think it's gonna be Vrabel, just because everything he had to deal with down there, and now
And
he's
they
one
still
win.
might get the first seed.
1 week. He literally just needs to win against the Texans. Is it the?
Do they play the Texans?
It's either the Texans or the Jaguars, and I'm like 90% certain that the Colts play the Jaguars, so it has to be the Texans.
Yeah.
Either way, they're gonna win and they're gonna get the first seed, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And I do have a feeling that they will lose first round, or not first round. They will get the bye, but I don't see them surviving a team again like the Chiefs. I just think the AFC is too good. You can really like. There's not really a true favorite. You could say the Chiefs, but after that, like the Bengals are good. Bengals had a hell of a game yesterday. They were down by, I think, 2 touchdowns at one point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then Joey franchise did what he had to do.
Joey just stepped up the past 3 games. Unbelievable.
You think he's
Brandon,
top 5?
top 5 in the league right now?
Yeah.
Quarterback? Right now, currently.
Yeah.
All right. You got Aaron Rodgers, who I think is at the top. Tom Brady is probably 2. Mahomes is probably 3. I think they're clear 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
am I
could throw
missing?
Herbert in there. I'm taking Joe Burrow over Herbert right now.
I'm taking Joe over Herbert right now too. But I'm trying to think if there's any guys other than those 3 in
Stafford
Mahomes.
fell off.
Stafford fell off, yeah.
Kyler Murray you can throw Kyler
been
Murray
hurt.
kind of in there.
He's
Probably
been hurt. I would take Burrow over Kyler right now.
Mahomes.
Well, yeah, Mahomes is in
Mahomes
the
over
top
Herbert?
3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Josh Allen, yeah. Josh Allen would be 4.
I'd say he's right there. But
I don't think Stafford's top 5. Is Joe Burrow top 5 right now? Is he 5?
I think so. Him and Herbert are interchangeable.
All right, let's put out ours right now. We got 1 is Rodgers, right?
Rodgers.
Undisputed.
Yep.
By the way, I think Rodgers MVP. 2 would be Brady.
Yep.
3 would be Mahomes. 4 would be
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
And then I'd say Burrow. I mean,
Yeah.
Burrow or Lamar. How Burrow, definitely.
5 Burrow.
Lamar's been
6
hurt.
Herbert. I would do. I mean, even with Lamar being hurt, I would put Lamar 7, right?
Yeah, Lamar 7. Then maybe Stafford 8.
Stafford would be 8, yeah.
Jalen Hurts 9. 9 would probably be Kyler.
You think I'm throwing
Kyler before Lamar.
Yeah, I'm putting Kyler 8. Kyler 8, 9 Stafford.
10 Carr. Don't say Wentz, please.
I'm not.
Okay.
10. I mean, Carr has been incredible this year with everything that is going on, and
Carr
they're
has
still in a
he's
playoff
still
spot.
leading the league. He's still leading the league,
Yeah.
and I think you have to.
Legal, we're not talking stats here. If you really think Jalen Hurts is top 10 quarterback right now, you need to throw away the agenda book and actually watch football. Just rip it up, throw it into the fire, and actually watch football.
Is Hurts top 15, do you think?
Let's do it. I'm at 10 right now. I got
Okay,
Rodgers
right.
at 1, Brady 2.
We're pretty similar on these because I have the same as you right now.
Yeah. Mahomes 3, Josh Allen 4, Burrow 5, Herbert 6, Lamar 7, Kyler 8, Stafford 10. I would go Carr 9, or I'm sorry, Stafford 9, Carr 10.
Yeah.
11 would be
Wentz.
Is Wentz 11? I mean,
I need to think. Hold on.
I mean, Bridgewater and Drew Lock are the Broncos quarterbacks, so no.
No, they suck. They both suck.
Uh,
Are you throwing Tua before Hurts? Or no?
yes, just because he's been consistent.
Cousins, we forgot Cousins. Oh, Dak too. Dak. We forgot about Dak. I think Dak's 10.
I mean, I still think Dak is behind Carr. Carr beat him straight up on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah. All right. I'll give Dak 11. I'll give.
I've always
Cousins
been low
12.
on Dak. You know,
I'll give Cousins 12.
I think Wentz is better than Cousins. Kirk Cousins sucks. Kirk Cousins has Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, and Justin Jefferson.
Adam Thielen's hurt.
I'm just saying, he had the 3 of them all season. What do you think Wentz does with those 3? Stop with Kirk Cousins. We are not putting him over Carson Wentz. Stop it.
I'm putting him over Carson. I'm sorry.
We'll agree to disagree on that. And I'm in control of the keyboard right now. So
in the show name.
Tannehill is correct. Tannehill is under Wentz. All right, I'll go Wentz 12. 13 would be.
Well, we forgot about Russ. All right, I'm I'll throw
Russ before Stafford.
Russ at 12. I got Russ at 12. Dak's at 11. Russ at 12.
You're not going to put Russ in the top 10.
Mm-mm.
Because I would put him at 9 and slide everybody down.
I don't know.
Because I don't think Stafford's better than Russ. Because if you put Russ on the Rams are undisputed the 1 seed, right?
Yeah. All right, fine. Yeah, all right. So we'll go. All right. Start from the beginning. So all our viewers know. Rodgers 1, Brady 2, Mahomes 3.
Josh Allen 4.
Josh Allen 4.
Joe Burrow 5.
Joe Burrow 5. Herbert 6.
Yep. Lamar 7.
7. Kyler 8.
Yes. Russ is 9. Stafford
9.
is 10.
10.
Carr is 11. Dak is 12. Wentz is 13.
Tannehill.
So you're taking Tannehill over Tua, Hurts, and Cousins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, cut. I think Cousins is better than Tannehill.
I think that Hurts is better than Cousins.
I don't know.
Dude,
That's a hard one.
I think
they're
Tua
so
would
different. They're so different. They're so different.
All right, let me just put out the top 15. I'll send it out right now, and this is what I have. And then I'll give you where I think Cousins would be. 16 would be Cousins. All right, this is what I got. You see it?
Yep. No, I'm not throwing Mac Jones anywhere near the. Mac Jones is not better than Hurts. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I think Mac Jones is 17.
He is a system quarterback. He is.
Okay, what's Tom Brady then? If we want to be real, Tom Brady struggled since all those guys went down.
Glorified. Glorified.
Jesus.
You know what? Maybe we're putting Hurts too high. Maybe we are, and we're putting Tua too high.
Hurts is 15. Tua is 14.
I think we're
Baker
putting
right
him
now, he is
too
above.
high, or too low, I guess I'd say. I don't know.
All right, so we got Rodgers 1, Brady 2, Mahomes 3. Anybody dispute that? I don't think anybody should dispute that right now. Josh Allen at 4 is good. Burrow is 5, and he's on the rise. Herbert 6, Lamar 7. And we're just having Lamar and Kyler that low just because of injury. Same with Russ, injury.
Mhm.
Stafford 10, yeah. Carr 11. Dak at 12 because he's the most overrated athlete in sports. Carson Wentz 13. Tua 14. Jalen 15. Would we put Mac Jones before Tua and Jalen?
I don't think so. I do think that he's going to win Rookie of the Year. I think he will, because they want to give it to a quarterback. But I mean, you can go look at fantasy stuff like that, but I'm looking at I'm not looking at all those other stats. As a quarterback, these are the players I would want in rankings order.
Yeah. I mean, people are going at us right now for having Tua better than Hurts. And, I mean,
Yeah.
Hurts has a way better offensive line, has the best run game in football, has Devontae Smith. Tua legitimately has Jalen Waddle, and that's it. Myles
And I
Gaskin, yeah.
mean, going back to my point real quick of Mac Jones saying he's a system quarterback, he threw 3 passes in one game. They didn't want him to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show that their running game carries him so much.
They are 10-5, and he does make the throws.
He does make the throws, but his arm
Jimmy
wasn't
G is
strong
not a
enough
top
to
20.
run it.
Jimmy G is not a top 20 quarterback. Let's stop that right now.
Wentz threw 57 yards.
Yeah.
Don't talk
I
about his
mean,
play.
we could talk about that, but we could also talk about how he has 20-plus touchdowns, 6 less interceptions, and the only other 2 quarterbacks that have that stat line are Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins. I mean, and Kirk Cousins does that because he has 2 star wide receivers in Thielen and Jay Jettis.
Mm-hmm.
But Xavier, we say that the run game is good due to Hurts, but we still had 175 yards when Gardner was quarterback on the ground. So, and then Jalen's backup quarterback had a perfect QBR. So if anybody's a system quarterback here, it's going to be Jalen Hurts. Tua Tagovailoa has one guy, and that's Jalen Waddle. Stop, Mr.
That's
Wing.
hard.
Will Fuller hasn't played all year because he gets suspended every other fucking day. And then Devontae Parker's been hurt, and Mac Hollins sucks. I'd rather have 1-9. I'd rather have number 19. Gabriel, the Jets almost just beat the Bucks. So what are we talking about here? The Jalen Hurts fanboys are coming out right now. He's a top 15 quarterback. Like yeah, we can maybe shift around, take Tua out, but he's no higher than 15. Debatably, Cousins and Mac Jones are better than Jalen Hurts. Because I would put Mac Jones at 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Mr.
I,
Wing
I think Tua. All right, I'll say it. Tua, Mac Jones, and Hurts are interchangeable. All 3 of those guys.
Yeah. And I mean, you could throw Cousins in there too. So all 4 of them are interchangeable if we want to do that. Yeah. All right. So fine. Between 14 and 17, Tua, Jalen, Cousins, and Mac Jones are all interchangeable.
Yeah.
But I think the top 13 is undisputable.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could throw Wentz into that group of 4 guys.
But I think Wentz does have the edge on Hurts and the others, but he does have a little bit more help. Not than Cousins, but some of the other dudes.
All right. Everybody's saying that the Dolphin tight end, they can't even come up with his name, but it's Mike Gesicki. He's had a very inconsistent year. I mean, I know firsthand because he was my tight end in my 14-man league, and he screwed me. Absolutely screwed me.
Yeah.
I'll give you his stat line since that's all we want to talk about is stats. But
he's a local boy too.
Yeah, I mean, Penn State guy.
Southern. He went to Southern High School,
Yeah.
which is what, like less than an hour away.
Yeah. All right, let's start at. So he had a tear between week 6 and week 9, I guess. Week 6, he had 8 receptions for 115 yards. Week 7 was 7 receptions, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Week 8, 3 receptions, 48 yards. Week 9, 4 receptions, 54 yards. Week 10, 0 catches off of 7 targets.
Mm-hmm.
Week 11, 5 catches for 50 yards. Week 12, 3 catches for 17 yards. Week 13, 7 catches for 46 yards. Like, he's not better than Dallas Goedert, and he wasn't better than Zach Ertz when Zach Ertz was here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, but that was the first time in what NFL, the first time in how long a quarterback has had 3 throws in one game. Like, I don't care what the weather is. You're still going to throw the football at least 10 times.
Yeah.
5 times. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, Gabriel. I mean, he's between 14 and 17 right now, Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, I think if you made it to the playoffs, you should automatically already be in the top 15. That's my opinion. I mean unless you're like Russ, who got hurt, but you know that if he did not get hurt, they would have made the playoffs. They would have got a wild card spot, I think.
I mean, you still got Tannehill flirting with this 13 to 18, 19 range.
Yeah.
I think 13 to 19 is interchangeable because you still got Tannehill. You still got Mac Jones. Where would you say Taysom Hill? Top 20? I would say he'd have to be number 20.
Who's better, Taysom Hill or Taylor Heineke?
I mean, yeah, you still got I still think Taylor Heineke had a phenomenal year. I think he got screwed by.
I don't think they're going to bring him back. I think they'll draft somebody else.
Dude, honestly, I'd take Heineke over Cousins and Tannehill. I love me some Taylor Heineke.
Oh, I heard a report. I want to bring it up. I don't know if it's true or not, but supposedly the reason why Antonio Brown did what he did is because they were freezing him out. And he was, I think, 8 receptions shy of getting his $500,000 bonus, which is kind of crazy. But I mean, if he didn't fake a vaccination card, he would have probably got that easily.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield just got destroyed by TJ Watt. Destroyed.
Do you think Baker Mayfield's the quarterback next year for the Browns?
No.
Who is? Case Keenum?
No.
They're going to be a legit team next year if they get a quarterback. I think they'll be in the running to get someone like Watson or Russ.
I think they go after Watson.
Yeah.
He is getting killed right now. Killed.
His offensive line isn't doing that great either.
Yeah, I mean,
so maybe they'll need a little bit of a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, Cleveland got killed with injuries and COVID this year.
Yeah,
I still think maybe a different setting could turn Baker back to his college ways because the quarterback curse in Cleveland is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. You still got to put Baker maybe in around the top 20, but I don't think Baker's better than Hurts, Tua, Cousins, Tannehill, Mac Jones. But going back to the AB point, I know teams do that to their players because millionaires are scumbags.
Mm-hmm.
Billionaires, actually, because if it's the owner's money, and some of them are damn near billionaires.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, dude, you still had half a game to play, and you still had all of next week to play. And Brady was going to try and target you to get your money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. I don't think Brady would do that to him. because Brady runs that organization,
Yeah.
whether
Yeah,
you like it or not.
Mhm.
So that report could be false. I don't know. I know teams do it, but at the end of the day, you can't do that, dude. Like all the shit that
Mhm.
like the NFL, the Steelers have put up with you, all the shit that Tom Brady has put up for you with
The
you.
Raiders was the worst in my opinion.
Yeah, that
The
was pretty
fact that
bad.
they traded a first round pick for him.
Yeah.
They traded a first round pick for him, and then he did not play one game because of a helmet.
Yep.
Because he wanted his signature helmet or whatever the hell. He was playing with his Steelers helmet at their practice.
Yeah, he's a psycho. Like I don't know what he was thinking. Wow, the NFL. Call him PI on that. Automatic first down. Something in Vegas is fishy, so they got to get the Browns to score something.
Yeah. Did you see the memes where it was like AB trying to jump on the plane wing?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That's something he would do, I feel.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, we got about maybe 20 minutes to go. Let's do some bold predictions for 2022. Let's do some what the hell happened in 2021. That's going to be our moments of heartbreak in 2021. Just basically anything that just surprised you. That's going to be brought to you by FanUp. FanUp is obviously the best way to play fantasy sports on a daily basis. Make sure you check them out. Daily NFL contests and more. Win great prizes. Sign up today. Use promo code A2D for 5,000 bonus points, which is a $50 value. You still got all the week 18, and of course, you got the wildcard weekend. So make sure you check out FanUp. Best way to enjoy fantasy sports. All right, Ev. What are we thinking? What was your, whether it was your biggest heartbreak, whether it was your biggest surprise in the Philly sports, and maybe nationally as well in 2021?
My first one I'll go with the Sixers, just game 7 at home. Just complete disaster. That
Yeah.
whole series was.
Yeah.
Like I thought it would be a cakewalk, honestly, but I should have
Yep.
known. I should have known. We had Doc Rivers, who is a known choke artist.
Yeah.
We have Ben Simmons, who's Ben Simmons. You have guys out with COVID at some points or injuries or whatever it was. That Danny Green injury kind of killed us.
Yeah. And now he sucks. So
I mean that was pretty bad. And I feel like I know what you're gonna say next, so I'll let you get to that one.
yeah. All right. I'll give you my local one, and that'll be the. I think the series that really did it for me was the Arizona Diamondbacks sweep that occurred.
Yep, exactly what
I
knew
was
you
in
were gonna
Ocean.
say
I
something
was
about
on vacation. I was on vacation in Ocean City, Maryland. Wasn't really watching it because I was on vacation and I needed a break.
that. Mhm.
That was after the Mets series at home,
Mhm.
the biggest series in 10 years, where the
Yep.
stadium was a damn near sellout at home.
Yep. I was at one of the games. It was a great time, but
Yeah.
then all that for
A,
nothing.
a 4-game sweep in Arizona. That was probably the biggest heartbreak, biggest surprise, biggest shock, because when that happened, that was somewhat the nail in the coffin for the Philly season. I still know that they had
That brain
games left in
series, yeah.
September that they still lost. Like you went 1-3 against the Rockies at home.
Yeah.
You went 1-2 against the Reds
It
at
was
home.
all the bad teams. It was
Yeah.
all the bad teams that you could have handled, and you just like
Pirates, you split.
yeah, no, you can't be splitting against teams like that. And going to my bold prediction for later, I'll get into it,
Mhm.
but it's gonna be very surprising for the Phillies. Is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
yeah,
gonna
the Philly season, that was my biggest surprise because Bryce Harper literally put you guys on his back for the second half of that season. The end of July, all throughout August, up until the last weekend in September where he just got cold. He just burnt out. But he had one of the greatest seasons that we've ever seen as Philly fans.
Yep.
And all that just to have it choked away from one series, and that series started in Arizona when he got swept.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow.
That I have not seen something more factual today.
All right, what's your national surprise?
National surprise. Shit, I had to think about it.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
You go
I'll come
first.
up
You
with
go first. I need to think about it.
Let me just add on to the Phillies thing real quick, just to put more salt in the wounds, because this could be one of the surprises as well. It was the Atlanta Braves winning it all.
Yeah.
And the reason why they did that was because they added 4 freaking outfielders. And I said it how many times? Why couldn't we add 2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why couldn't we add an Eddie Rosario? Why couldn't we add a Jock Peterson? Why couldn't we add a Duvall? Why couldn't we add a Soler? All 4 of those guys contributed to their ring. Why couldn't you add 2 of them? Why was your big move in free agency Ian Kennedy and Kyle Gibson?
Mm-hmm.
And then your main attraction in the lineup was Freddie Galvis?
Mm-hmm. That's bad.
John Middleton, if this strike ever comes up, he better spend some fucking money.
Yep.
So, but yeah, my big national surprise. I don't want to give it to the Braves. Fuck that.
Even that was probably one of the biggest surprises, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was, but I mean, Harper's thing was just unbelievably surprising. But I mean, Tampa Bay winning back to back. I mean, Tampa Bay. Honestly, Tampa Bay, the 3 of them. I know the Rays made it to the title. I know Bucks won, Lightning won. I mean, Tampa Bay is just such a prize sports city when it comes to winning, because all free agents want to go down to Tampa, or all free agents want to go to LA. So all these guys all these free agents that are good, they get signed by Tampa Bay. They get signed by LA. And that's why Tampa Bay and LA always have these good teams. But their fans aren't as passionate as the fans in the Northeast. No. They're not as passionate as Boston. They're not as passionate as Philly. They're not as passionate as New York.
Yep.
And it sucks.
Yep.
But yeah, my biggest surprise would be how good those 3 Tampa Bay teams are.
It's not really that much of a surprise, but it kind of is. And I want to say a local one after, because I just think that last year's final was kind of weird, because everyone was thinking it was going to be the Lakers. Like going into the NBA season last year, everyone was thinking, oh, it's going to be Lakers Nets. The Suns came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and they still own LeBron.
After the year they had before that.
Yeah.
They came out of nowhere. The Bucks finally got through the second round, or got through the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah.
And they did it. Honestly, they were chokers in the second round. They never got it done. They didn't get it done against Kawhi. I just didn't think they had it what it takes, but that was a great series. That Nets Bucks series, that was one of the best I've watched.
Yep. And maybe that means that we'll stop choking in the second round over the next year or 2.
No. Let me just get to a local one real quick.
Yep.
The Flyers season. Coming in with the high hopes, thinking that we were just stupid, thinking that we were going to actually do something this year. Maybe we still might make a playoff run. Yeah. Probably not. Don't know.
I mean, a point out right now, right? They're a point out.
Yeah. Depends on health. Depends on a lot of other things, but just how slow a start that they had.
Well, I mean, they started 8-2-4, I think. Yep. And then they had the 10-game losing streak that just fucking killed it.
Just a 10-game losing streak. I don't care who you are. I feel like if you go through a 10-game losing streak in any sports, you don't deserve to make a playoff run. I don't care where you are in the season.
Yeah.
Like, to make up for that, you have to win 20 in a row, I think.
I mean, yeah, they did it. I think they did it 3 years ago. It was the year before the bubble. They lost 10 in a row, and then they won 10 in a row, but then they ended up not making the playoffs.
Just missing out or something like that. Yeah. We were always like a point short or 3 points short. It was very surprising, because I came in thinking that we were going to easily make it in the playoffs, and we were a contender. And now I don't know what we are.
I mean, you're 2
We'll,
points
we'll,
out
we'll
of.
see once. We'll see once it ramps up again. And I mean, they lost the other day.
They're 2 points out though.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I think they're on a point streak for the last 6 games. So they're 13, 13, and 6 right now. So I don't think you're going to catch anybody in the top 3 of the Metro. So the only way you're getting in is a wild card. But you get in, and whatever happens, happens. That's what the NHL is, right?
Yep.
So NHL and MLB are like that. All right, bold predictions for 2022. I will give you my local bold prediction, and that will be the Philadelphia Eagles get the number 1 overall seed next year. The Philadelphia Eagles will get the number 1 overall seed in the NFC next year. They will continue to have the run attack. They will build up that defense. Jalen Hurts will improve, and he will improve drastically.
Wow.
They will get the number 1 seed next year. I think the Buccaneers will get old. They're not going to be able to bring everybody back again. I think Matt Stafford stinks, and he's getting older. Seahawks are falling off. Rams. Yeah, I already said the Rams. Who else? Dallas. Dallas are who they are. I still need to see consistency from Kyler Murray. I think there's a better team foundation around the Eagles rather than the Cardinals. So we're going to get the number 1 overall seed next year. That's going to be my bold prediction locally.
That's very.
I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl, but we're going to get the number 1 overall seed.
That's
remember, we play the AFC South next year, so we get to play the Texans and the Jaguars
and the Colts.
Ooh,
that's going to be nice. That would be a hell of a season opener. I'll tell you that. In Philly, that would be a hell of a season opener. But I don't like all this optimism, so I'm going to put some pessimism in this. I'm going to say the Philadelphia Phillies will again not make the playoffs. I do not think they'll do enough inside of their bullpen. I don't think their bullpen will be as bad, but I do not think that. I still don't think that they won't go out and spend that money. I have a sick feeling that will happen, and yeah, like Middleton, he's cheap.
Yeah.
we wanted Baez, we wanted Turner, we got Freddie Galvis.
Yeah,
that's what we're playing with now. But I just don't see him going and spending that stupid money like he said he would. Like the Mets are going out spending $43 million a year on a pitcher, a guy who plays maybe 30 games a season.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, I just hope that he does spend the stupid money because he got another option, because the guy that you hired in Matt Klentak ruined the organization, ruined the path of the organization. So you need to be able to make up for that in how you spend your money. That means you're going to have to go through the tax, right?
Yep. So be it. Like, when's the last time we've been over the tax? It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while.
It's probably been since the last time we had Ryan Howard on the team or something like that. I don't even think. What do you think?
Well, so you're going that they won't spend over the tax. That's going to be your bold prediction.
They won't make the playoffs.
They won't make the playoffs. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. If they don't make the playoffs again after Bryce Harper's year, I don't know when they will.
I'd be embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed. I'd feel so bad for Bryce. He has another thing like he did last season. Like there's just a point of you do so much for somebody or a team, and they come back at you and just slap you in the face and don't give you help. Like that's the exact same shit that's happening with Embiid right now. You're not giving him help, and he carries.
Yeah, I hear you. Sorry if you got disconnected on Facebook. Just come join us on YouTube or Twitch, because we're having issues with Facebook right now, and I don't know why. Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. But yeah, national bold prediction. The college football playoff will figure something out and expand it to 8 teams. Whether it's next season or the following season, but they will negotiate something and they will get the college football playoff to 8 teams. That'll solve your problem with having guys hold out of the last bowl games. Just make the bowl games interesting. Like, cancel some of these bowl games so that guys aren't opting out because they're getting ready for the NFL draft. In the words of Tom, are they actually getting ready for the draft right as the game's happening? Are they doing mountain climbers in their living room? Is that how they're preparing for the NFL draft? No.
But after seeing what happened to Matt Corral, I can see why a player would want to do that.
But that's the thing. You can't play the sport of the NFL scared because you could get hurt at any moment. It's football. And I love what Matt Corral said. I would draft him with one of the first round picks, to be honest. But that was
look at
before
Jamar Chase.
showed me.
Look at Jamar Chase. He did that. He held out a whole year.
I just feel like that's a rare case. I mean, Matt Corral is a G. He's a pimp. And he had no regrets after the game. He wanted to spend one final game with his team and go out with a bang and win the game. He didn't want to let his team down.
Yep.
Like the guys that sit out, they're borderline Antonio Brown-esque. They're selfish players. Like he went through 4 years with these guys, and you got your last hurrah, and you're just gonna sit out because you want to do some jumping jacks before the NFL draft.
Yeah. Like,
are you kidding me? Like, you've been playing this sport your whole life. Like, grow a pair, dude.
Yep.
It's all about the millions. You're going to get your millions. You're still going to get drafted. Look at Sidney Jones. You're still going to get drafted in the second round, third round. You're going to be a starter sometime. Take care of your body. Heal properly. You trust your talent. Don't give up on your team, you fucking bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's my bold prediction nationally. I think they'll expand to eight games.
Bold prediction nationally. What are we looking at right now? Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Xavier. College football is bad when the Rose Bowl is a joke. Most prestigious bowl and nobody wants to play. That's a big red flag. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Wing. Thibodeau and Pickett. Pickett really disappointed me. Because I really thought he was going to want to go out with a bang. But,
Damn, I don't know anything for nationally. I don't know anything.
And you got baseball. Oh, well, there's the dagger, right? Najee Harris just putting the dagger through my heart. How about this? Jimmy actually tries to win a fantasy football championship this year.
Bold prediction, I win fantasy next season. I win fantasy.
Put it out on the national platform and give yourself a hurrah, a pat on the back.
Give it to me, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, pause.
All right, I got one actually. All right, so nationally, I think bold prediction. Oh fuck, I just lost it. God damn it.
Who do you think's going to win the title this year in the NBA? Now you froze. Wi-Fi gate. Evan's on some Wi-Fi gate. Matt, that would be insane if Josh Harris actually sold the Sixers. That would be incredible. Evan, you back? We're riding solo. Hello? Evan? You here? All right, Evan's gone for the moment. We'll try and figure that out. But Matt, bold prediction: Joshua Harris sells the 76ers. Yeah, I mean that would be very bold. That's a very bold prediction. I don't think it's going to happen just because he loves his money. He loves both his teams in the Devils and the Sixers. But yeah, it could happen, but I don't think it will. I think it would be better for the Sixers if it were to happen. Just let the basketball minds continue to run the show, figure out what direction to send this organization in. But see what happens with that. Yeah, Mr. Wing. Evan had to take a call. Oh, as we speak, here he is. Speak of the devil. Wi-Fi gate.
No, really, for real though.
Yeah.
But
Mr. Wing said you had an AOL dial-up.
nationally, I got one. I think Warriors win the. It's not even really a bold prediction. I feel like a lot of people are thinking they're favorites, but I think they win it all.
Oh yeah, with Klay Thompson coming back.
Yeah, look where they are now.
How productive do you think he'll be once he comes back? Because coming off the quad, ACL, Achilles, I think too.
I think he takes a little light. I think that he shouldn't be a starter right away. I think they should ease him into it because they honestly don't like Jordan Poole's filling in great for.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude is what, a late first round pick.
Yeah, splash triplet.
Great player. Yeah. But yeah, I think the Warriors. I think they sweep in the final. Actually,
wow. Who do you think they're playing?
I think they sweep in the final. I think they're playing they'll play the Nets and they'll sweep.
KD's gonna get swept.
Yeah, he's gonna get sun. He's gonna get sun because if Kyrie does come back, he can't play at all. He can't play in New York, and he can't play in Golden State.
Yeah.
So it's not like he can play away games.
Yeah.
So I think he gets swept, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
James Harden shits the bed, does something. I don't know. I think that Warriors team is just – I think that's one of the best Warriors teams that we're going to see.
I don't think they're going to hold up. I don't think they have the star power because –
I think they do.
I think they do. They got a bunch. They got a bunch of above-average role players.
I think Steph Curry's enough. He is. I definitely think he's miles ahead of everybody on being the best player on the planet.
I just think they've had such a hot start this year, and I don't know if they'll fall off. I don't want to predict the fall off, but I see the Warriors as I see the Sixers right now. They got one guy.
Yeah.
And Steph. And I want to see if he could keep it through the second half once the basketball games start to mean something.
Yeah.
You know me. Regular season doesn't matter in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right. You got any weekend winners? Weekend winners. Remember?
Eagles. Yeah. 3 projected to win 3 to 4 games.
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, this Eagles season, their weekend winner brought to you by looking to buy a seller home. It's brought to you by eXp Realty. Look for a change in career or brokerage. Contact Alan Foy of eXp Realty, LLC at 302-682-8820 or visit him at alan.foy@exprealty.com. Yeah. I mean, huge.
Enough said. Enough said.
Like you said, 3 to 4 predicted for the wins.
Yep.
So they're definitely up there as a weekend winner.
If they also, I'm just gonna gas myself up this whole podcast, just so you know. Predicted 9-8. That was me.
I thought you were 8-9.
You were 10-7.
I was 10. I was 10-7. I mean, I have mine in the notes right here. And if this game meant something, we would win this game. So we would be 10-7. But
I thought I said 9-8, or it may have been 8-9.
You could have said 9-8, but I thought you said 8-9.
I think honestly, when I think about it, I think I said 8-9 at first, and then I switched up, and then I switched up again because I wasn't sure because mid-season I was saying that we're gonna finish off with like 5 wins. So
yeah, I never held back. I said the whole time we were winning 10. I have it right here.
Wow.
Yeah. What was the date? August 23rd.
Close enough.
August 23rd.
Close enough.
Yeah, I remember I had us winning the Falcons
game. You had
game.
us winning the Bucks game, didn't we? Didn't you?
I had us winning the Bucks game, yes.
Yeah.
I had us losing the Panthers and winning the Bucks. That was where I was wrong. And then I had us winning the Raiders and losing the Lions. I also had us winning the Chargers and losing the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then I had us losing the Saints and winning both Giants games. So, damn, I was pretty close too.
Yeah, you were. Shit, we were.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Damn. All right, here we go. All right, but my weekend winner. I mean, Ben obviously winning his last home game at Heinz Field. That's pretty good. Pretty good job on his part. I know the Hounds earlier on today were their poll of the day was Ben Roethlisberger is the top 10 quarterback of all time. I mean, numbers don't lie. 2 Super Bowl rings don't lie. I'll give my winner to Ben Roethlisberger just for a great career that he had. He made a lot of receivers look really good. Mike Wallace being one of them.
Yeah. The 1 game actually.
Yeah.
Eagle.
Yeah.
Is he top 10 though?
I mean, off the top of my head, I would think so. I never got to watch any of those guys like Dan Marino, Steve Young. But yeah, I mean, definitely in our era, I think he would be top 5, right? In our era alone, I think it would be Brady, Rodgers, Peyton, Breeze, Roethlisberger. In our era, top 5.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could go with Phillip Rivers maybe, but
all right. Are you taking Eli over?
Hell no, I'm not taking
I
Eli.
was making sure.
I'm taking Carson over Eli.
Where do you think Eli Manning ranks all time?
He's out of the Hall of Fame, so
is he? He's not in the Hall.
He won't be. I don't think he deserves it, to be honest.
Yeah.
If he gets in, Nick Foles should get in.
He did beat Brady twice.
All right, if Eli Manning gets in, Nick Foles should be in. No, I'm serious because Eli Manning has 2 accomplishments, right, that are Hall of Fame worthy. 2 Super Bowl rings. So does Nick Foles. 1 Super Bowl ring, and he's in Canton for the 7 touchdown performance, most in a game, and that was in 2013. That wasn't even during the Super Bowl run.
That record still hasn't been broken, right?
They're tied, yeah.
With who?
Peyton, Johnny Unitas, and Nick Foles, I think.
Wow.
I think some other guy tied it recently too, but they didn't get to 8. I don't know who it was though. But yeah, I'll give my winner to Ben. My loser will be Carson and the Colts. They were on a hot streak. You have a chance to clinch your playoff spot at home, and you ended up losing to a Raiders team that just keeps on keeping on. Definitely persistent.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable that they actually are a win-in scenario, I think, to make the playoffs. So shout out to them. Let's see what happens. That AFC, those last 2 spots, I think, it's interesting. But definitely the Colts were fumbling the bag. They had a shot and they blew it.
Yep.
They let a man who's balding and Hunter Renfrow beat him.
My loser this week, I'd have to say, and it really goes for the whole season. And it's really unfortunate I'm giving them loser status because they lost their quarterback. But the Ravens, I mean, just a few damn weeks ago, weren't they the number 1 seed at one point, like maybe 5 weeks ago? And now they're not even going to make the playoffs. So that sucks. That sucks for them.
That's what you get for all that gambling on the 2-point conversions when you tie the game. Like, give your team a chance, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you let it happen, what, 2 times this year or maybe 3?
I think 2.
2.
John Harbaugh, man.
Riverboat John.
Nope.
It must be in the Eagles coaching tree DNA, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, to just go for every single 2-point conversion or
every single time.
Or 4th and 1, you have to go for it.
Yeah.
On the goal line. Yeah, praise to Nick Sirianni though. That play was scary. When Hurts fell and then Boston Scott got that touchdown, that was
unbelievable.
It was.
That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable awareness by Jalen. You want to talk about pocket awareness?
He was following shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, but before we wrap it up, let's just discuss this AFC wildcard situation. Patriots clinched the playoff spot. And then you got the Colts at 6, Chargers at 7. Okay, so the Chargers and the Raiders play each other.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wins that will make it, I think. But if they tie, then the Steelers make it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The Ravens, they say the Ravens still have a chance. I don't know how, but they do, but it's 2%, so I'm not even going to go for it. So the bottom line is the Colts are going to beat the Jaguars, and they're going to clinch the 6th seed. And then between the Chargers and Raiders, winner takes all at Vegas. Who you got?
Chargers
At Vegas?
I got the Chargers just because Herbert he's a baller. He's a baller, but I know Carr is too, but I just think that it's in Vegas or it's in LA.
No, it's in Vegas.
Oh, it's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, that would be pretty nice for the Raiders to cap it off in their own stadium.
Let me just say, sorry. Even if it's in LA, you know that stadium is going to be filled with Raiders fans because Raiders run LA.
Oakland, San Francisco, shit, man. They're getting Austin Eckler back. Did Austin Eckler not play last week?
He played.
And they lost against. Oh no, they destroyed
the Broncos, but previously they lost to the Texans.
Yeah, I think that they win. I think they go off and win. I think the Chargers go off.
Signature win for Justin Herbert, huh?
Yeah, I think he shows that he's the guy. Obviously, he's the guy, but I think he shows that. And honestly, I think if that works, then they get the 7th spot. I really want to see a Herbert
and Mahomes. That would be
and Mahomes first round. That would be nice. Because that game a few weeks ago, that was one of the best games I've watched.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be beautiful.
Yeah, and I think the Chargers will put up a better fight than the Raiders at Arrowhead. So as a football fan, I want the Chargers to win.
But I do like Derek Carr. That I think that Derek Carr deserves a lot more respect from a lot of people because he's not regarded as a good quarterback to some people.
Yeah,
I think he is a good quarterback. I think he played for the Washington football team. I think that they would be a pretty good team.
Yeah,
I think they would be better than the Raiders. I think.
Yeah, and if you take Lamar out because he's hurt, Stafford or Carr's top 10 quarterback, and arguably Carr's better than Stafford.
Yeah,
I mean, looking back at this list, like we said, Wentz through Cousins, indispensable, indisposable, interchangeable. But yeah, Derek Carr, top 10 quarterback, arguably.
Mm-hmm. And look who Derek Carr has. He has Hunter Renfrow and Waller for half a season.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing it with Hunter Renfrow, Brian Edwards, Zay Jones, Josh Jacobs, who gives you 2.5 yards a carry.
Yeah. And then Stafford's has Odell, Cooper Kupp, who's having one of the best seasons.
MVP.
Yeah. And he had Woods. I mean, and he has a decent offensive line. I don't know. But yeah, give Carr his respect.
Yeah.
Everyone's they call him the AFC Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
I think he is better than Kirk.
Yeah, Ben's definitely my winner this week. He just did a lap around Heinz Field saying goodbye to all of his fans.
Yeah.
Now he's hugging his kids. I didn't even know he had kids. Scandals and everything.
Yeah. I'm sure that's not his wife's kids.
Oh, wow. You had to go there. Had to go there.
I'm sorry.
Dude, could you imagine if the Raiders and the Chargers tied and the Steelers got the 7th seed and the Steelers would have to go back to Lambeau.
Oh my God.
Or not Lambeau, Arrowhead.
Arrowhead, yeah. No, I think they know they're done. But I think there's an instance the Colts can still not make the playoffs.
No, they Clint. Or if they lose and other
If they
things happen.
lost, and then I think if they lose and then then what do you call it? If the Chargers and the Raiders tie, then they both make it, I think. I think that's how that works.
Yeah.
If they fucking tie, they both make it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like that 2014, last time the Colts have beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville, I think that history may repeat itself.
Do you actually think the Jaguars are going to beat the Colts?
I don't think so. Just because they just lost by 40 points.
Come on, if you get hold to your guns. Hold your guns.
In all honesty, I do not think they'll win, but I think that they're going to make it a little interesting.
All right.
I think it will be a 10-point victory by the Colts. But
I think it's a boat race. I think it's a 50 spot.
No.
2 50 spots in a row. Jacksonville,
No.
Jacksonville sucks.
No. They do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do.
If Jalen Reagor was an organization, it would be the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What is J.J. Ortega-Whiteside? Texans?
No, J.J. Ortega-Whiteside.
He's a Jet.
No, he is the
Lions?
No, I'm thinking a different sport. I'm thinking maybe the
Coyotes.
Kings. The Sacramento Queens. Nah, Jonathan gave me that terminology the other day. It's called them the Queens. I was dying.
Oh my God.
All right. Anything else? Any other weekend winners?
Not really.
All right.
Not really any winners.
Remember, become an A2D member. Only $9.99 a month. Perks including appearances on shows, members only streams, shout outs, jersey giveaways, ticket giveaways. You name it, we'll give it to you. Pause. You also get weekly sports picks from the Money Pot Podcast. Catch their show every Sunday. Nate Moss always giving out the best deals. And Willie Vegas always giving you the DFSs, Daily Fantasy Sports. Make sure you check them out. They will win you back your money. So, and remember, Flight Zone always brought to you by Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. From Evan Taylor and Jimmy Rodweller, we're the Flight Zone brought to you by A2D. We'll see you next week, and it will be playoff week this time next week. So make sure you check us out next week. We'll give you our bold predictions for that. So We'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining the show.
Pause.
Yes, sir. All right. Have a good one, guys.
Peace out.